What's up, Who fans? This is Gary with Hobby Lottery, and today I want to talk about Rui Hachimura and then the performance that the Wizards put on last night to stave off elimination against the 76ers and to not suffer the embarrassing loss and get swept. But a big driving force behind what happened was Rui Hachimura and Daniel Gafford brought their games to another level. Two sophomores, man, coming up big in a playoff game. Though the Wizards aren't going to make a huge run or anything like that, it was still nice to see these two get buckets, make plays, and show their potential and their growth on the big stage. I mean, it's real easy to just bow out and lose, go home, get swept because everyone's expecting you to do so. But they showed up and they let them know they got some heart out there, man. But yeah, I know Russell Westbrook had a big game too. I know he got another triple-double there, monster stat line. But man, whenever he got in trouble, he kicked it out. Rui was knocking down those threes. Rui had some mid-range shots, and man, did he show some athleticism last night. I really didn't know, and honestly, when Rui was shooting some free throws last night, I really didn't know that he was that built, man. He's pretty solid. I think he's definitely put on some weight from last year, man. He's bulked up a little bit, and he was getting those boards. And also, speak of getting boards, Daniel Gafford, God dang, he was just clearing the boards last night, cleaning the glass, couple awesome putback dunks. Rui had a nice dunk too. I forget who he actually mashed that one on, and then he got called for a technical, and I was like, oh man, come on, you can't even yell and stare down nobody no more. But yeah, man, he had some monster plays, showed off the athleticism, showed off the range on the jumper, showed focus, making his free throws, had 20 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Now, when it comes to card collecting right now on the market, I'm just kind of chilling. I'm waiting for everything to level out because it's just been crazy right now, and I'm just waiting for it to show some normalcy. But I am, however, keeping my eye on him, and I'll switch my focus to actually collecting colored prisms as well as short print cards and seeing how that kind of pans out here. And Daniel Gafford might be someone that you guys want to take out of the shoebox because I think he's got some promise too. I mean, I can't believe he just wasn't getting, he was getting a whole bunch of DNPs, pretty much riding the pine for the Chicago Bulls until they ultimately traded him and Wendell Carter away in that Nikola Vucevic trade. But he was not getting minutes at all, but he is doing great things for the Wizards. I'm wondering how his future is going to pan out because I know Thomas Bryant has been hurt. He started off really strong this year before he went out with that injury. And I'm wondering if Gafford will still see that level of play. I think he will get minutes off the bench. I don't know if he'll start necessarily. Rui's probably going to continue to get that starting role, and kind of sucks because I really like Denny Avdia, but Rui's showing something here. But just a little more about what I think of him, man. I think overall his defense is dramatically improved since his rookie season, and his toughness as well. I think a lot of that just has to do with some of the weight he's put on. I should have saw what weight he got drafted at, but he did not look that built last year. I could tell you that much. But he showed some heart out there. And one thing that's big about Rui Hachimura too, not only just like his game overall as a player, but one thing that can also affect him on the card market is just the fact that he's the second-born Japanese player to ever be drafted in the NBA, and that's after Yasutaka Okayama. And I believe Okayama was drafted when they had multiple rounds in the NBA. He came like late. I mean, it was like the 4th round, something that doesn't exist anymore. So Rui's really the first prospect born in Japan to make it to the NBA that's actually a lottery pick. And if you think of anything like how crazy things were with Yao Ming when he played in the NBA, all his memorabilia was high. I remember as a kid, I was looking through the Beckett, and you could see, I forget who else came out of that draft class with him, but you would see like top superstars and rookies going for like half the price of Yao Ming's rookie card just because of who he was. And he got voted into the All-Star game season after season, being #1 vote getter just because he had basically the whole country voting for him. And the same thing, if you guys remember, happened with Zaza Pachulia a few years ago. It was like 6-7 years ago or something like that. He was going to be voted as the starter for the All-Star game in front of Anthony Davis just due to his whole country, I forget where he's from, was actually voting for him. And then that's when the NBA put that rule in to where, you know, it's split up between the media and the fans to prevent stuff like that from happening. But if Rui becomes a better than average player, borderline star, even a star, watch out, man. I think a lot of his stuff would go up. Now, by going up, I don't know exactly how that's going to play to where the market is now in terms of card collecting. We just got to see how this whole thing levels out. But he's someone that I'm definitely keeping my eye on. But that was a great game last night, man. oh my goodness, just what Daniel Gafford was doing. It was exciting to watch. It was great just to see the underdog steal one, even if Joel Embiid went out with an injury early on. I think it was like the second quarter. He hurt his tailbone. Hopefully he comes back, because I am really over and tired just seeing all the superstars on each team keep getting injured. It's almost like whoever wins the championship is whoever stays healthy. Now we got Anthony Davis is out. Hopefully Embiid is okay. I haven't followed up on the report with that. Chris Paul was hurt, but now he's back. And it's just every team, just their best players keep getting hurt, and it just suffers. It just makes the overall product of the NBA suffer during the playoffs. But yeah, hopefully Embiid comes back. Ben Simmons got to learn how to make free throws if the Sixers are going to continue to advance in the East, because that's part of the reason that kept the Wizards in that game, was just the hack of Simmons, him not making those free throws, and they were able to stave him off because the Sixers were actually starting to come back on him. But shout out to the Wizards. Good thing that they held it down. They got that win. Oh, on a side note, Tyrese Maxey is pretty nice, man. He's someone else to keep an eye on as well. Like I said, with a lot of these prospect guys, if you are going to go in on them, you want to go for the super short prints and the color prisms of them if you're a card collector or investor. But yeah, someone to keep an eye on. He's doing pretty good, and his stuff's not that expensive. But I really hope Rui can continue this into next season too, man. I hope to see some growth for him. I think he averaged like 13.6 rebounds this year. Hopefully he's able to get that up. I think he could be an upper teens scorer. I don't know. Maybe he could potentially hit 20 per game, but he ain't going to be able to do that with Westbrook and Bradley Beal both on the team. Maybe if one of them's gone, but great game. He showed me something last night. I really like him a lot. Not actively buying him, but definitely keeping my eye on him. Daniel Gafford, I mean, I just sent a lot of his cards off to ComC actually. But these are the type of guys you want to look at on Star Stock, because, I mean, when they have performances like this, you can see the market fluctuate a little bit where you can actually make some moves, but the days of guys having a big performance in a playoff game and then their eBay prices going up like crazy are pretty much over. But yeah, man, overall, I hope you guys like this format. It's just something I wanted to kind of speak on, just kind of talking about the game and also what I see in certain players and who they can be. But if you do enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe for future videos. Everybody stay safe, be blessed, keep on collecting.